way over here. Yeah, I see it. Okay, turn it off. The ceiling just flooded and it crashed down on my child's bed. Welcome back, everybody. You're probably here because you have a frozen pipe. It's cracked, it's hissing inside the wall, and you don't know what to do. I just got a call while I was scrambling up my eggs and frying my bacon. Emergency call. We just had 20 below zero last night, but it's warmed up. It's warmed up. It always happens on the day of warm up. If it warms up, go around, listen in your walls after it's been 20 below zero, especially you Texans. First thing to do, find your water main, shut it off. The tenant has already done that in this case. I'm out in my workshop gathering up some essential tools, and I thought I would show you what I'm going to bring to get the water back onto this house ASAP. The leak is most likely inside a floor cavity. We're going to have to cut either into the ceiling, into a drywalled area that has a completely sealed crawl space, maybe doing a belly crawl, through dirt into mud to get to this area. So this is going to get me access inside any drywalled area. Bringing a screw gun just in case I need it. You never know. Lights. Got to have lights. Almost 100% sure it's CPVC that is cracked. And unfortunately, CPVC doesn't behave the same way as copper. Copper, you'll find one little area that cracked open. You can hack out a few inches and do your splice. But CPVC can just shatter and break in a lot of different areas. So I've got an assortment of pipes here, all about 5 feet long. Most of them are 3/4. This is the only 1/2 incher right here that I have. So I'll probably stop at Home Depot on the way over there and get another 5-foot section of 1/2 inch just in case. Like I said, there's a very low chance that it's copper. If it is copper, I just got my little Husky pipe cutter, piece of cake. CPVC, I can either buzz through it again with this. You can kind of hack through CPVC with one of these. Just make sure you get a nice twist motion on it. This works good for pecs. Utility knife to deburr. You can also use one of these tools to deburr. This is for shark bites. You slide this over. First thing it does is it tells you how deep your PEX, CPVC, or copper has to be seated into the shark bite. You deburr, put a little mark there, and you know that you're fully seated. So putting this into the toolbox. And that's basically it. We're going to use shark bites. I got some in my pockets. I just walk around with shark bites in my pockets. Where would they just go? I'm pretty sure that this is 1/2 inch line. Here is a 1/2 inch shark bite. Here is another 1/2 inch 90 shark bite. I want to have at least 2 halves, 2 3/4, 2 90s in half, 2 90s in 3/4. That's it. It's going to be a very, very expensive job for these people. Right here is my last payment to the IRS for 2023 quarterly taxes. So I will be dropping off a huge check to the IRS before going to do the work. So keep that in mind when I tell you what the price is at the end of this job. I still don't know, haven't been there. It could be that it's just behind the washing machine. And all I gotta do is slide the washing machine out. I don't have to belly crawl through the mud and the dirt. And all I gotta do is a simple shark bite splice. I look like a superhero, but we will definitely be over $1,000. If you guys are in the business of repairing homes like I am, you're gonna need a way to manage your customers. I use the app called Jobber. I'll put a link down in the description. It makes it easy for customers to submit a work order, for me to convert those work orders into estimates. I track all my communication with customers through the app. I can send out all my invoices from either my phone or the desktop. I use my laptop most of the time. There's a free trial. Check the link in the description. For those of you who use Jobber, tell me down below how you like it and how long you've been using it. Stay tuned to the end of the video and I'll tell you how much it costs. You tell me, what do you think it should cost? Oh, it's still frozen. This whole thing is frozen. So I'm hearing all sorts of cracks. It is definitely still frozen, still ice in here. And I can't feel any cracks. And they probably wouldn't open until they're under pressure. So I'm gonna make it way over here. Yeah, I see it. Okay, turn it off. Very strange. It's way over here at this 90-degree angle. My only concern is these are still frozen here.
Yeah.
And the other holes haven't shown themselves yet. Stand by. So nope, I don't see any more leaks right now, but I still think there's some pipe. You see that drip? Drip. Drip. All right, so we got another leak somewhere. Yep. And that is on a different pipe. Alrighty. So that 90 is replaced. We turned the washing machine on. The water is on right now. Tested both hot and cold flow, so there's no more ice. And I'm just gonna hang out in here, looking around, looking for drips. There is no ice right now damming anything up. So if there is a crack, we will definitely see drips. Do you see that little light spot back there? That's where mice are coming in. So I gotta get that fixed. Kind of crazy, these old foundation walls. Just got back to the workshop. That could have been much, much worse. Could have had to replace all the lines instead of just 290s. So I'm going to give you a close-up here. Hopefully the camera can focus. There is a fine crack right there. I'm going to go in and out. Very hard to see when it's not under pressure and spraying out the water. So both the pipe cracked and the 90 cracked in this one. This is the one that was shooting out all the water. Now there was another one that was a drip. And I don't see a crack in here, but I cut this 90 out and replaced it with a Shark Bite Max. Difference, there's a Shark Bite and now there is a Shark Bite Max. 90-degree angle. Turn the water on, inspected for leaks. Keep in mind there was water sprayed everywhere. I didn't see any. As of right now, there was an oscillating fan and a dehumidifier in that hole that I crawled in. It's probably going to take at least a week for that crawl space to dry out. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I'm going to crawl back in there and inspect for leaks again. Any other little drips. I know for sure there's not a major leak. No, nothing's spraying. Nothing's going to damage the house or flood the basement. I also got to get that hole sealed up in the brick foundation so mice don't get in and so cold air doesn't get in. I've got to do the drywall repairs in the basement ceiling as well as that drywall in the stairway. I'm probably going to put an access panel, one of those plastic spring-loaded access panels in that stairway so it can be inspected. And if we ever get 10, 20 below again, give those guys a call. Tell them to pop that thing out, maybe throw a space heater in there. It's going to save you thousands and thousands and more thousands of dollars. Or should I let it happen again and just go fix it again? Won't be doing that. Please give this video a like if you got any enjoyment out of it. Maybe you learned something about repairing broken pipes. It only took me 2 hours. That includes driving to Home Depot, going down the aisle, talking with some other guys. Now you want to hear a bad flood. I was talking to a guy, we're all shopping around, all standing around the shark bites. And this guy says, yeah, you got a frozen pipe? I go, yep, got a frozen pipe. How about you? He said, yep, right over my kid's bed. Luckily it didn't flood last night, but this morning when things warmed up, the ceiling just flooded and it crashed down on my child's bed. Down in the comments, what's your worst freeze, break, flood, or flood in a house? I want to hear about it. I want to read it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Do you say goodbye?